All right, so here's what we've got today. Just finished cleaning this place up. Looks way better than it did before. Got all of my things over here. Not as nice as I'd like to set them up, but it's better than it was. Big dog right here, hiding little dog. Peekaboo. What's up, little girl? So today's project is, where is it? Right over here. So this is the muffler off of my Highlander that I mentioned in the last video that I had just sold. And I'm going to use it to replace it with the stock Acty muffler. Now I have that bit of pipe there. This is going to be cut up and modified. This is all from the C10, the old setup it had when I had the 305 in it. A little bit bigger than the diameter of pipe that's already in here, but it should work, no big deal. That tip I'm going to use to replace with that tip. So lots of modifying, fitting, and adjusting. So this thing is a 3-inch, no, is it? Yeah, 3-inch ID. Doesn't make a difference because I'm not hollowing out this guy. So I'm hoping that it sounds not too loud, a little bit better, because I am going to remove the cat, and then from the cat it's just going to be a straight pipe into this. And this guy's going to sit roughly like that. I don't want to modify that bend so that can stay in place. This little guy I'm going to cut off and just adjust to wherever the hanger is. And then this, I'm assuming I want to do it like this. Or I want it down? No, I want it like this, pointing towards the back area. It's going to be sitting like that roughly. That's today's project. So right now I got to unbolt the stock exhaust, which it doesn't look to be very fun. All right, so update, I've got everything set up so I can start working. Still haven't pulled that out. That's what I'm about to do right now. Got all the things, my welder and everything out. I decided to move this guy a little bit over there just so it's not over here by the door, because every time I open it, blah, blah. This is a 704R for the C10. If I get that done early, we're gonna also include this in the video and get this guy installed. It is freshly rebuilt, or should I just say built, because we did have them throw some internals in there, and it has a shifter kit now as well. Unless my dad did not communicate that to them, which I'll find out later when he gets here. But that might go into the C10 today as well. If not, then it's gonna be in the next video. So let's get to getting this out. All right, so that fucking sucked. Here is the, I'll flip it over so you guys can see it. This is just a big case. Let me see. There it is. So this is the stock Acty muffler. That shit really sucked to get out. There is no room up here. Well, it wasn't that bad really. Just, I guess, compared to, you know, other vehicles. This thing's so small and compact, everything's just all tight together. And then that is where we were plugging up our new muffler. So let's mock this up. So that was actually not too bad. All opened up without the muffler. Hopefully just a straight pipe into this muffler would make it sound pretty good. Let's make that happen. All right, so this is where we're at. Have the hangers cut off of that. Have this thing over here, and I cut off the flange from the cat because I'm gonna need that. I was just gonna build another one of that guy over there, but it has a little step in, so I figured I would just reuse this guy. Plus, it has a hanger attached to it, so that should be much easier to do. This guy is gonna be sitting there roughly. The tip I'm gonna cut off and re-weld like I said earlier. And that's already at a great angle to go that way. So right now what I'm gonna do is bolt this guy on, have it where it needs to be. And this is the old exhaust from the C10 that is significantly larger than that little guy, but I'm gonna cut some slits, step it down, and then the rest of it will be fine because this matches that. And then this is the piece that I'm gonna be using right here, like this, attached to that guy, straightforward. And then this bend is gonna match up with that bend there. Of course, I'm gonna shorten it, so it's gonna be boom, 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 like that, roughly. So let's make it happen. All right, a little bit of hammer work, some slits, That's gonna be that. So let's position it in the correct angle. Cut here to use this bend, depending on how it sits with that. So, I guess in that case it doesn't matter. So let's do it. All right, so here's our first piece. Gotta weld up that little piece of hanger on there. That's exactly what I wanted. It's not welded up at all yet, but you can see right there where it's kind of just sitting there. I can turn it and take it off. It's just kind of sitting in place. And then that's gonna come right over to this piece right here. And then I gotta figure out something for the hanger system, which is there and there. Cut them all off of this because they were at different angles. So let's get that next step going after I weld this up. All right, so we got the basic idea of what's going on here. Got everything set up. Got this guy going. It's on an extension, but that's all right. I'm not welding anything very thick. Should be fine. Duty cycle is all right. I'm just tacking it up for now. Show off my little stand that I made out of scrap. So let's get this guy welded up. Here we are. Everything is all welded up. So that's it for that pipe. Everything seems to be going pretty smoothly, so let's get this job done and see how it sounds. So here's step one, done. Sounds the same. Turned it on before I recorded. Sounds the same like the last clip. So moving on, got the tip welded off of this guy. Gonna get that on there in a little bit. But first we gotta match this guy to that pipe right there. Right now I held it up and I might even have to get rid of the flange, just weld it up to here, which is no big deal, but I would prefer to keep the flange just for easy access and removal. But let's see how that goes, because I might have to, if I keep that, I might have to not center it. I have it a little bit more over here, which is fine. So let's see what happens next. All right, as we work into the night, it's getting messier, but we're making lots of progress. Let me show you guys this. So this is where we're at over here. This guy right here is just tacked on there, and on the other side, that's all welded up around. Over there, it's all welded up around. Even got the hanger welded up. So this is all in place. Now I'm just getting the angle of this guy correct so that I can see if I can get this on with one hand. So that this guy can just go right here like this. Beautiful. And that looks like it's gonna work perfectly well. After that, all I gotta work on or worry about is the hangers. Which one is up here, one is up here. Gonna have to make a rod like that and then one over like this. But we'll deal with that in a little bit. Let's get this guy welded up. There's actually a pretty big gap. You can see through there because of the pipe difference that I'm gonna have to fill in. No big deal. Let's get that. All right, so we're near the end. Just got this guy put on. It's just hanging here. Let's see if I could do the wide angle. Yes, here we go. It's gonna sit roughly right about there. So everything is all welded up and in place. It's just hanging right now. Gotta make the hangers like I said. Let's see if I could find something to... Yes, this guy. Let's see. That's roughly where I want it. And then the only missing piece is gonna be this guy. Maybe I cut it down to like right about here where the bend starts. Maybe I'll leave it like that, I don't know. But let's see. All right, so final stage. Everything is put together. Doing the final welds on this guy. Doing these final welds on that last pipe out there. Maybe it's a little long. If I don't like it, I'll cut it down, no big deal. But that's essentially it. Here is the OEM exhaust. Minus the flange because I used it over there with the hanger. Now I just gotta put it on and build some hangers off of this guy. So I'm gonna finish that up and throw it on. Okay, so here's the finished product. On the right is the OEM, and then this is the one I just Frankensteined out of all of this piping. There's CRV in there, there's C10 in there, there's Highlander in there, and a flange from the Acty. There's all kinds of different vehicles in there. So this is the finished product. I'll get it mounted up and show you guys in a little bit. I can't do the hangers because I don't have any of this stuff, and obviously I can't reuse this. It's not long enough. These guys sit perfectly up in there, and then for this guy I'm gonna need some much longer ones in so direction. So you can see, clamped it down there, welded it up, opened it up, came over here, welded it there. That's OEM, and then right over here is the final weld. Let's get that thrown on. Alright, so I hope my microphone picks this up as well as it sounds, because it sounds pretty good. Alright, so next day, building the hangers. I'm going to use this guy right up top, right up here like this. And then I'm gonna attach my little hanger piece right up here. I've got my lines marked up to where it has to roughly go, so let's get that tacked on. Alright, got the first hanger on here, all welded up here, back here, and on the back side as well. So let's see how that fits and get it on right now. Second hanger is on. I'm gonna take it all off right now and make it prettier. But there is that. I'm gonna cut it there, make it a little prettier. I'll show you guys in a bit when I take it off. Alright, so here it is out of the truck, all done. Just gotta detail some things like weld that hanger up and weld it up there, cut it off there, make it a little prettier. For the most part, this thing is done. And I'm really happy that I was able to keep the flange there for easy access removal, so I don't have to take off that whole pipe. It was just gonna be one piece, but I like this better. Here we have the final product. All done, ready to go in the truck. Put it in and show you guys some clips of how it sounds. That's the finished product. See if I can get a drive-by video here in a bit. Hope the video picked that up. I think it sounds really fucking good. Well, there it is. That's the finished product. It's on there nice and solid. I reused the old bushings that were in there, so get some new ones, get that a little sturdier. Nice.